Hey guys, Greg here again. Hey, I got another little thing I want to share with you, okay? And this is a man's toolbox right here. And at least if you're a real man, you'll have a toolbox just like this. There's a few things in here, okay? We got some duct tape, and we got some baling wire, and we got a little silicone spray or WD-40, and even just a little bit of that Gorilla Glue stuff, you know, where you stick a screwdriver in the top of it so it don't dry out. And this is what I call a man's toolbox, which is so different than what I would call a woman's toolbox, which, let me put this right over here, okay? This is a woman's toolbox. And if we just snap this little puppy open right here, boy, that's hard to open, man. They got to be strong, you know. Well, you'll find some neat things in here. One thing is there's an old rusty tin snip. And of course the reason this is rusty is because my wife's husband left it laying out in the grass where it got all rained on and got rusty. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that to your wife's tools. That's just not cool. Okay? And then there's another thing in here, and that is a pipe wrench. And these really come in handy for fixing all kinds of things. And just don't get too close to your wife when she wants to swing it, okay? But anyway, so. And then we got in here, we got a hammer, a really nice hammer. Look at that nice yellow hammer right there. That's really cool. And then we got a spark plug wrench for changing those spark plugs in your pickup. She should do a pretty good job on that, you know. And so, you know, you might want to get her a good can of that, what do they call it? Gojo, which is a hand cleaner to get all the gunk off her hands. When she gets under that hood, she gets kind of dirty. So, and then also we got this big old drill. This drill's pretty nice. This is a variable speed reversing drill. Boy, she can do all kinds of damage with that. So you always need to have one of these in your wife's toolbox. Okay. And then we got a couple other things in here. We got a couple screwdrivers. You know, those are always good. A standard screwdriver and a Phillips. You really need to have both, okay, so that she can do her job without complaining or bothering you. And then we got a tape measure. You know, you always need a good tape measure to measure boards and, you know, just whatever. You know, they come in handy, okay. That's enough said about that. And then of course we got, you know, a good old saw, you know, so you can saw some boards, some 2x4s or whatever, and get the job done right. And so every woman needs to have a really nice toolbox. But let me share one other thing with you too, okay? I'm going to put this over here. Is that sometimes it's just really hard for me to, you know, to please my wife. 3 years ago, I went and I bought her a brand new weed eater. A really nice one, a nice weed eater. And then 2 years ago, I got her a lawnmower. Not one of those things that pull themselves along, because sometimes they get kind of hard to control, you know, so I always get one of those, you know, you got to push a little bit. And besides, it helps keep the weight down too, you know. And then last year I got her a chainsaw, a really good chainsaw, and I got her a little gas can and some barred oil and some 2-cycle oil to mix in that stuff, and it works really well. But the thing that I can't understand is that I buy all these tools for my wife, but I just can't seem to keep her happy. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but, you know, I guess just keep buying her more tools. But I do know one thing that you need to do with your toolbox, which I almost forgot to tell you. Let me get that again here real quick. It's right here. What you need to do is that when you got your toolbox here, you know, don't put too much in here. Just a few things, because you got to have room for one of those, you know, those little small fold-up fishing poles. You need to have one of those in there too, okay? So that when your wife is out there doing all the tools and you're just getting her away, you can just go fishing. So anyway, that's another little story I'd like to share with you. And I hope you can use this information, because you'll find it invaluable. This is good stuff, okay? So anyway, have a great day, and I'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.